Mr. Champion, my question is, what advice will you give to journalists that want to report credible information but are afraid of being intimidated or sanctioned by perceived government authorities?
My name is Zainab. There are some bloggers that spread fake news. Can we also categorize those bloggers among the media house? Thank you.
My name is Miss Chinedu. What are the roles of civil society groups and international community in ensuring media autonomy?
Welcome back. There are questions from the audience. Madam, please attend to them. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the questions. The first question is on what advice would I give to journalists who want to report credibly government news stories without fear of being sanctioned, that is falling foul of government wrath. In media law and ethics, there is what we call balancing, and then taking into cognizance that for the good of the society must always be at the back of our minds. As media people, as journalists, as reporters, as correspondents, whatever, if you are going out to do a news story and you want to report credibly your source, you must always have at the back of your mind the ethics of your profession, which makes you to want to do good. That's what good of the society must always come first in your mind. So once you have that, this story, if I report it, of what benefits, of whose value am I promoting, whose conscience am I exposing? If I write this story, am I going to add or remove from the values of the society?
Exactly.
Is there going to be a good out of it? What is going to be the outcome? You must first ask yourself whether those questions are favorable. If those questions are favorable, then objectivity must be the next.
To create panic in the society.
Are you out to create panic?
Yes.
Are you out to create sensitization? Are you out to create change? These days we talk about development journalism. You must have solution to that problem. If your story is not going to bring out solution, if that story is not going to add value, there's no point publishing it. If, for example, like I said, there was an accident scene, and you get to the scene, people are saying that one is dead, that one is dead. As a journalist, you first ask yourself, those people that are lying on the ground, are they dead? Do you have the means to verify they are dead? You are not a doctor, you are not a nurse. So you must wait for the safety officers who are in charge. You must be able to wait for the doctor to say, yes, they have. Therefore, you follow the story to the end.
Exactly.
You can't rush to the press. I once had a colleague, an editor, who on the same day he got commendation letter and an award of 10,000 naira when money was money. That very day, he did goof. What did he do? He was going home, he saw an accident scene, and he said, and from there he came back to the office to write the story and put 7 people died at so scene. The next morning, other media houses carried 4. Because the road safety of people that rescued and recovered at the scene of the accident found only 4 dead. And that, my former medium, was the only one that wrote 7. The next day, this guy was fired.
Can you imagine?
The day after, he just got commendation, and his photograph was put at the reception as the best reporter of the month. He got fired. So it was a big lesson. And that lesson is what we,
and he will
some
not
of
say
us,
that people after him from the home.
Some people.
Whereas is what he did. Yeah, that's
so
true.
What I will always tell my reporters, and what I always tell myself, even after so many years, is if I don't write this story, what will happen? If I'm in doubt, the first thumb rule is leave out. So if I get to a scene of an accident and NSCDC people have not verified, road safety have not verified, LASMA have not said anything. In Lagos, we have the accident and emergency autonomy. Their team, they are there. So, and we have Dr. Okeoson Itolu. If he says 7,
then
you can't
take it
say
as 7.
4. You must take it as 7 and quote the official who has said 7. So there's no need to hurry and create panic. No. Thank you. So we always advise balance when you are writing your story. Check all sides of a story and put them in balance. Put this perspective to who is saying what. Then the issue of bloggers. Who is a blogger? Who blogs? Some years back when we had the blog spot, anybody who could access and put poems, put anything out there, mathematics, life, whatever, you will call himself or herself a blogger. But today, what we use is the new media. Yes, blogs still exist, and most of these are being modified. And we encourage, even in the traditional media, I am an online person. I publish online. For so many years, I've been in the traditional media, and we encourage, you can't put all the stories on the front page or back page or inside pages. You can't. No newspaper can carry all the stories.
Yes, of course.
No TV station can carry all the stories. No radio station has all the airtime to air everything. So there must always be remnants. There must always be some leftover. So the world has moved to the new media. We cannot deny it. The world has moved. In the new media, the space is large. The airway is free. Is so enormous. All you need is access. So fake news will thrive as long as we live. Fake news have always been there. I remember in the days of prime time, in the days of all those papers, that they will carry the head of a goat and put on a human and say it dropped from heaven. You've seen it before. People will say a snake turned to human. Those were yellow journalism. They were fake. But the thing is that today that we have technology to manipulate is thriving. It will ever be. It will always be. That's why the owners of a lot of these apps are developing new tools. Google Flip, Google Reverse will tell you when you post whether it is fake or not. Whether a picture is real or is cloned. If you put it on the Google Reverse, it will. They are also there. So we can't be lazy. We cannot afford to be lazy. When someone forwards any news item and say forward 10 times, the moment you are seeing a lot of, luckily WhatsApp will tell you whether this had been sent million times. You can subject it. And the moment you see that, you can also, they are also making new technology, improving. You can also check it. You can check if you are not lazy. And it will tell you whether this news is false or not. Take it to another site. Is it in credible source? No. If it's not there, don't forward it. Don't believe it.
This is VVV.